What's up, everybody? So I am in Todos Santos today. Got a little workout here, but I wanted to do a video on construction costs in Baja California Sur. You know, there's a lot of people that have been reaching out for buying land and building on it, you know, mainly for houses, but also this would go for, you know, if you wanted to do a condo project or something like that. How much would it cost you, and what are some things that you need to look out for? And man, just look, this, get some really cool architecture and buildings here in Todos. But so first, you know, if you're buying land to build on it, you got to make sure you understand what it's zoned for. In Los Cabos, a lot of the land you can only build like maybe 1 to 2 stories, you know, and the most you'll be able to build generally would be like 4 stories. So it depends what you're looking to do, but that's obviously something you need to pay attention to. And then they'll give you, hey, how much of this can you actually build on, and how much of it needs to be green space, like common areas for pools and stuff. Another big one is, for example, if you are buying land in East Cape, where a lot of people are buying right now, some of these lots are not going to have access to water or electricity. Now, generally, where you can be buying in San Jose or Cabo San Lucas, that won't be an issue, but you want to make sure that you're figuring out if they have access to water and electricity. Like I said, if you go to some areas in East Cape, there are lots that do have access to this, and there's lots that don't. So you just want to make sure that you know what you're getting into. Another thing, ejido land. Ejido land is something you want to avoid. It's going to have multiple owners. I'm not going to get in the legalities of that, but if land is zoned as ejido, you want to avoid that. And obviously, when you're starting to buy land outside of an HOA community and things like that, you're going to want to have an attorney review documents and just make sure that you're actually buying what you think you're buying. So ejido land is definitely something that generally you're going to want to avoid unless you have professionals working with you that know. Another thing that's going to affect the cost of construction is going to be, is the land on a slope? You know, if the land is on a slope, then it might be, you might need to build a retaining wall. You know, you're gonna have added costs with that. So these are all things you need to take into consideration, because there's a lot of rugged terrain in Baja California Sur with the mountains. You know, what type of, is it on sand? Is it on rock? All this type of stuff will factor into the cost. What types of finishes, right? That's going to be a big one. And that's really, I mean, when you're getting into like the interior and what kind of flooring and stuff. And actually, the cool thing about Todos Santos is they have this like rustic cement look that's very popular, and that could actually be on the cheaper end of construction, because you're not paying for all these, you know, marble floors or granite counter or whatever you're wanting, because you can get away with this little rustic like cement look, which isn't that expensive. Another thing too is, you know, make sure you know who you're dealing with, and get multiple quotes. You know, so if you're gonna get construction done, let's talk about getting maybe 3 companies to give you a quote, and then, you know, let them all know that you're getting quotes so that you get competitive pricing. Because if you're just going to one person and it's the first time you're building and they don't know you, they might try to inflate the price on you. So make sure you're getting competitive bids on that. You know, and then make sure you're seeing their track record, right? What else have they done? Who else have they worked for? You know, go tour those properties. Make sure they their track record, you know, sticks to what they're saying. So let's get into the pricing now. So I'm gonna say bottom costs for building are gonna be $120 a square foot in Los Cabos area. And then you can build really nice stuff for this. then you might want to get closer to like 130 a square foot. So that's going to be like your lower end, and then really top end stuff would be like $180 a square foot. So those are going to give you a rough estimate for inside areas, what you'd be paying for building, you know, areas that are air conditioned. Once you get outside of that, we're going to say, okay, outside areas, you're going to say probably $35 a square foot is where it's going to start, you know, like patio areas and stuff like that. And then any sort of pool, if you want that, that's generally going to be like $85 a square foot. Now those will give you some really good entry price points for building in Baja California Sur. And if you guys need any help with that, let me know. I know construction companies, architects, what type of land, where you're looking at, definitely help you with that process, and leverage the relationships I have, as well as my knowledge of where I would want to own land and where I would want to build. But it's a good option to have, as opposed to just buying houses that are already built. There's a lot of land here in Baja California Sur. And then last, what I would say is that you know, if you are working with somebody in real estate and they're buying land for you to build a house or condos on, make sure you ask them if they're getting compensated from the construction company, because a lot of these construction companies will reach out to agents and say, hey, if you give me business, I'll give you a certain cut, you know, and that could jack the price up maybe another $10 a square foot. So if that's going on, you just want to be aware that it's happening. But that is a quick rundown of construction costs here in Los Cabos in Baja California Sur. If you guys have any questions, reach out to me. You guys have a good one.